Howdy. So today I wanted to talk just a little bit about wall Pilates because there was a while there where I swear like every third ad I was getting served across platforms had something to do with someone's wall Pilates program, their body by wall Pilates, why they don't need a reformer anymore because they have wall Pilates. And I think it goes without saying, but maybe I have to say it here, that anything that has to be advertised like that is usually a fucking scam. Bummer. Not surprising, I would think. Beyond the fact that stuff like this is generally a scam, there's also the fact that there is such a thing as wall Pilates, but because of all the marketing connotations that have kind of gotten lumped onto it, it sucks. Because wall Pilates is essentially just doing some of the tower exercises without a tower. So bridging yourself up against a wall or leaning against a wall to utilize single leg activity. A lot of it is just push through bar and mat stuff that you've taken to the wall. It's not that big of a deal. At least I don't think it is. Unfortunately, for some people though, marketing really bothers them about Pilates. And so they get real bent out of shape into the factor of like, oh, wall Pilates isn't real, blah, 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 blah. Well, the stuff you got advertised probably wasn't. The PDF that was supposed to have every wall Pilates exercise was just an effort in like getting your email address so that they could market to you for something else. Ta-da, surprise. Like affiliate marketing sucks. But outside of that, I also want to point out that there was like this very distinct period, maybe for like 6 months, where that was all I was seeing. And now it's really shifted again into recreating reformer Pilates at home with props, which people have known how to do for a long time, especially Pilates instructors. But these are all just trends. That's all. It's a trend. Wall Pilates is still Pilates if you're doing Pilates type exercises. This is my own take, but I would say most of the Pilates work was created initially with the intention of someone doing it at home. That's why there's 34 mat exercises that would be done at home. And I like to approach teaching Pilates from the idea of I'm trying to teach you how to do this for yourself so that you know how your body is supposed to be moving, and not necessarily anybody else's body, just how you're supposed to move through these exercises. When it comes to, I don't know, maybe I should make a wall Pilates class just to show that there's no hard feelings. I just think that there's so much marketing that goes on around Pilates and Pilates body and ways to do Pilates at home. And let me be the first to say, I know it's expensive. I understand why people want to not have to pay so much in a studio, especially when lots of studios drop in for a class starts at $35. But I know places that it goes up significantly from there. Just kind of depends on cost of living, your location, and I guess what echelon of society, financially speaking, a studio is trying to target. The thing that's important, I think, to remember is that all of these cool variations are still Pilates. It's just Pilates at home, which you should do because it's easier and cheaper than having to go to the studio each day. And if you are someone who is really like tied up in the idea of what Joseph Pilates meant or your interpretation of it, you know, he wanted everybody doing his exercises. Not everybody's going to come into a studio. Almost every type of athlete I can think of now talks about how Pilates is involved in their cross training so that they're not only training for their sport, they're also training, you know, for their sport and other supportive muscles in ways that they wouldn't in a traditional like weightlifting or stretching course, I suppose. Yeah. So that's kind of all I have to say about wall Pilates is that it was and still kind of is, but more so was like a really strong marketing tactic. And I don't know if I've seen anyone in this like 4 months since that's really still talking about how they're doing wall Pilates. So again, it's a thing you can do. It's tower that you're using the mat and the wall. congrats. And that's it. That's what wall Pilates is. Just another trend, but not necessarily not Pilates. Okay, that's it.